Smart Home, and we do home theater installs. We do security. We do a lot of cool little home theater accessories. And what I want to talk about are these two guys right back here.
Okay.
See those?
Yeah.
So every time we do home theater systems, we kind of do these big home cinema systems for these customers, and they always want to decorate their rooms with like movie posters. You know, the old paper posters, right? But it's a hassle. It's expensive. They've got to constantly be buying new ones and rotating them, and usually they just leave them on the wall. So I came up with this idea a couple of years ago where I designed a 55-inch high-definition panel. It runs a special computer that we build here, and it runs software that we write. And we include about 500 posters built into the system, and you'll see them rotating. So every 10 seconds, there's a new movie poster. And it's the same thing with movie trailers. So its cousin, this guy here, right? This one displays movie trailers. Now they're all locally stored. What we do is we include a few of them in the units, and we sell additional ones on our website. So next couple of months, the customer wants some upgraded movie posters or movie trailers of newer movies. They buy them online. It gets emailed over to the customer, and automatically it's installed in the boards. So there's no interaction with the customer in the boards whatsoever.
Interesting.
Right? Oh, they're very cool. We build them here on site, and we have a frame maker that actually makes the frames. So these frames are real wood frames, and we have about 50 different styles. They're backlit with some LED lights.
Yeah.
Right? And they're Alexa voice controlled. So literally, no buttons, no remotes. You hang them on your wall, and they turn on automatically, they turn off automatically, or by voice, you can tell them to turn on and off. And we have been installing these. I mean, it's incredible. We have people calling us and emailing us from all over the world saying, hey, I saw your boards on the internet. How do I get you to send me one over here in Australia?
And how are you going to do that?
Well,
so
I can't.
Do you have to, so tell me what are you asking for capital? Is it the technology, or is it actually the board with the LED light in the back?
Well, what I want to do is I want to take these into a final manufactured production run. Okay. So I've talked to a few companies here in town about how we can slim down the building process and make the cost lower. Right now we have about a 50% profit increase on them. So we can probably gain a few extra $100 by slimming them down a little bit more and making them a little bit better for transportation so that we can ship them without any fear of damage. Right now, I can only build them locally for my clients. And since I run my business, I can only build maybe like 2 or 3 a month. That's all I can handle. So
you mean that manually the way you're doing it?
Yes.
So tell me the other side of your business. I mean, are you already in revenue and home theaters, or how are you currently making money?
Right. So I've been in business with JD Smart Home for the last 11 years. Okay. And, you know, we're a really big company here in San Antonio that does custom integration. So most of our clients, you know, they're going to be spending about $50,000 on up for their home theater rooms. We had a client in Austin, Texas. Just his home theater room was $80,000. Well, he put these guys at the entrance to his home theater. So before people even saw his theater, they were greeted by these incredible posters, right?
And do those things do anything else but besides they're just a poster? They actually don't convert to the TV or?
That's right.
It's just a poster.
That's all they are. They are designed to run posters that we make here. We clean them up. Oh, they're incredible. So there's a lot of manpower that is involved on the back end. And so what I want to do is I actually kind of want to streamline it. I want to hire a couple of computer programmers that can do these posters, clean them up. The movie trailers are actually customized with the customer's name and logo. And then we can do pictures on the bottom, or we can do little, you know, did you know that Tom Cruise also starred in Risky Business? You know, little things like that. So the trailers are completely customizable to the customer, and the posters, it's just constant posters. The recurring revenue is also great because people always want the newer posters and the newer trailers. So the cool thing about these is that they actually sit on the home network via Wi-Fi, and all the customer has to do is go to my website, buy a poster pack of about 50 posters for $50. It gets emailed and automatically installed. Done. So the process that I want to do is actually, I want to take them from a kind of an off-the-shelf type of product like I'm doing now.
Yep.
And I actually want to kind of manufacture them. So I've talked to several manufacturers about helping me out on that. It's pretty simple. It's basically 5 steps. The boards ultimately would be put together like a sandwich in layers.
And how much are they?
Right now, my cost on them is $800, and I sell them for $1,500. And
it's not a lot of margin.
And with manufacturing or where I want to take them, we can probably get a good $250 to $300 extra profit on them. And so the goal would be, I want to be able to ship them out. I want to be able to promote them, not just locally, which we are now, but all across the world. These would be great being, you walk into Magnolia and home in Best Buy,
yeah,
and there they are. They're great accessories. Anytime you spend this kind of money on a home cinema system, you always buy accessories. These are the ultimate accessories for a home cinema.
Who else is doing that already? Who's
No
your
one.
competition? You
No
sure?
one. Yep.
Okay.
Now, there are companies that do these for movie theaters, but there are no businesses that do these for the home enthusiast. None. There are some DIY groups that I have been in communication with on several websites, but they're just home-brewed systems. It's just a TV. These are not a TV. This is literally a computer with software. There's no buttons that you have to push. You just tell it to turn on, and they're playing automatically. There's no boot up time. And that's something that nobody has been able to figure out. It's my secret. And even on the trailers, that is 100% my design. No one has those. No competition.
Okay. And so when you said there's reoccurring revenue, I mean, for $50, 50 posters, I mean, how often are somebody, I mean, this is, I shark a lot of stuff. This isn't one that's in my wheelhouse. So interesting. And do you have a pitch deck? Because I didn't get a pitch deck on.
I'll get one of those sent out.
Because where's the revenue in it? I mean, obviously the first, somebody's going to buy 1 or 2 to start. It's not a lot of margin in there. Is it patentable? Can you get a patent?
Oh yes,
for this?
absolutely. They're patent pending at the moment.
Okay.
Right. We've already done the research. Nobody has them. The backlighting, again, it's automatic. Everything is automatic. Nobody even comes close to this. So the recurring revenue would be in selling the additional movie posters and movie trailers, right? Because nobody's going to buy a board with just a few posters and then all the newer movies come out and, well, they want them, right? So it's very easy for them every month, every couple of months, spend an extra $50 and get more posters automatically installed. So you multiply that by as many of these as we can install, and that is literally pure profit on those poster packs.
Yeah, I get the poster pack. The question is, how are you going to get those? So what's your ask as far as investment dollars?
I'd like to get 300,000. And what I want to do is I want to get a full-time frame maker. Right now we have a company that makes these frames for us. The problem with that is that it takes 2 weeks for them to make a frame.
Okay. And
so if we had a full-time frame maker with the tools here, we can cut that down to 1 day, including the build, right? The panel itself is easily sourceable from companies like Samsung, and they're a lot less than if you were to buy just a TV monitor, for instance. So right there with those two, by sourcing just a panel and having a frame maker, we cut the time to build, and we also spend less money because we don't have to pay full price for a TV basically, or a frame maker. So that would be for hiring a frame maker and some tools for the frame maker, and then a couple of computer programmers to just add more features software-wise to the system.
Okay.
I definitely don't like them to just kind of be the way they are, and the customer doesn't get any type of a return on it later on. We've gone through a few different versions since I brought these out a couple years ago, by adding Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You can actually, if you have a picture on your phone, you can swipe it and they'll appear on the boards, right?
Okay.
The voice control is another feature that we recently added. So all of these features require somebody that's actually doing programming, and right now that's just me. But I've got a business to run, and I've got a whole lot of other parts of my business. The securities, I've got automation, I do contracts with Best Buy, I have contracts with the government. So my time is, it's like this.
Yep.
From one project to another, to another, to another. And I'm exhausted. I need some sleep. So I got to hire some people.
Is this going to be a different company, or is this going to be like a division of the company? What's it going to be?
No, I'd like to keep them completely JD Smart Home. Right now, these boards are known as our brand. They're our boards, and the only place that anybody can get these is from our website. So I'd like to keep them there, unless another suggestion comes up from you guys that might be more profitable or better viewed as far as marketing across the world. Sure, like the McDonald's logo, we can come up with a name for them. Absolutely. Obviously the main thing is to actually showcase these as one product, unique product, and then just promote them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So can you send a deck that has all of the breakdown of the costing?
Absolutely.
Margins?
Absolutely.
And I would add, like, if someone's going to spend 50,000 plus on the smart home, you'd obviously give them some of these add-ons in some sort of a discount. But if someone's just going to buy them, by themselves, then what's the premium going to be?
Well,
because you're going to need to probably 3x your margin, from your cost. And right now you're what, maybe at a double? You don't have a lot.
I'm at double right now.
That's not a lot.
Now,
So, in this category, what would people spend? I'm not a home theater person.
Well, you see, that's kind of the beauty of it, is that there really isn't any other company that is making these for the home. Every one of my clients has said,
but what's the market share? How many people have home theaters?
A lot.
Lots? Okay.
We do a lot of pre-wires in homes, right? Okay. So when a customer buys a house, we go in and pre-wire it. And probably about 50% of all new homes have a dedicated media room, right? And most people will make a little home theater out of it. They'll put a big screen, a couple speakers. Well, we kind of gear ourselves towards the more expensive clients, right? And they always have full-blown home media systems. These are the first things that they always buy from us, even before they get a projector installed. They're like, look, I just got to have these. Get them installed. We'll talk about the rest later. So yeah, there's a huge market for these. We really have no competition on these. And every one of my customers has said, wow, I really expected to pay more for these. So
then you maybe should charge it.
I should.
So what I want to do is get the financial models. And for the 300,000, what are you offering for the 300? What are you giving equity? What are you getting?
I'm thinking about a 20% stake on return on all the profits of the board sold. I think with good promotion across the country, most definitely across the world, because we're getting 50% of people calling me from the UK or Australia or Austria. So if we can get enough of these out there, that's pretty good, I think. And especially with the recurring profits on the posters themselves. So it's $50 a pop per, but the more base that is installed out there, it's just monthly, weekly, daily recurring.
And can it integrate with other people's technology? So say you didn't put in the theater, it can integrate with any other systems?
Absolutely. So the automation part of it can be integrated with literally any automation system that is sold for the consumer. So if they have what's called a Control4 or a Crestron or a Savant system, the boards will integrate directly with them, where they can be programmed to turn off when the movie turns on, or turn back on when the movie is over.
Interesting.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They're pretty neat.
They are pretty neat.
Yeah.
All right. So when we exit, then I'm going to type in where to send the deck to.
Okay.
And then I got to think about where I'm going to send this, because normally like on these and where I just get kind of the orientation, I need a deck. Then I'm also thinking of the other investor folks that I know that this is in their wheelhouse for at least another follow-up. So we'll do a follow-up and some introductions.
Absolutely. Great.
Okay.
Love it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks. Good luck. This
Very
was
much.
awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.